Hello everyone, I'm Teacher Lisa, your ESL video instructor. Today we're going to talk about making predictions. Making predictions. So it goes beyond just using the word will. I know often when we think of predictions, we use the word will, but more is involved. We have to think about the degree of likelihood. How likely is it going to happen? Is there high chance or low chance of something happening or somewhere in between? We're also going to look at idioms about time and talking about possibilities. So let's look at our first example. Will the hotel be ready next month? So we are asking, what is the likelihood that the hotel will be complete? So there's different ways to answer this question. So let's look at some of those ways or some of those possibilities. And each possibility has a different word associated with it. It lets us know if something is very strong, very likely to happen, maybe in between, or unlikely or low chance. So you can answer in these ways. Let's look at the first two example sentences. You can say, no, the hotel definitely won't be ready by then. No possibility. Very strong. Next one. No, the hotel won't be ready by then. Also strong possibility. The next two examples, we can say the hotel probably won't be ready by then. So there's some chance, but still low probability. The hotel is unlikely to be ready by then. Also low probability. Here we start to say that there is a chance the hotel might be ready by then, or it's likely that the hotel will be ready by then. High chance. The hotel will probably be ready by then. Very high chance that it's going to happen. So you have to use the right phrase. If you use the wrong one, you can cause confusion. For example, what if you weren't paying attention and you said, will the hotel be ready? And the person said to you, the hotel might be ready by then. And you said, okay. Then you come back and you say, why isn't the hotel ready? The person will say, sir or ma'am, I said might. I said might. So you have to be careful when you hear these degrees of likelihood. Make sure that you're paying very good attention. And let's look at our last two. High, strong probability. Yes, the hotel will be ready by then. So we are saying definitely, yes, the hotel will definitely be ready by then. So very, very strong hot possibility. We're really saying, yes, it's a sure thing. It is going to be done. Let's look at matching the statements to the correct prediction. So we have to get used to giving a sentence or stating something and then matching it with a prediction. So let's look at the vocabulary and the sentence structure and how we do that. You can go ahead and pause the video and see if you can match them, and then I'll give you the answers. Let's look at the first one. We have an example here. We have, there are lots of delays today. Our train will definitely be delayed. Oh no, definitely be delayed. Let's look at the next one. I don't have much money. I don't have much money. We're going to match it with this one. I definitely won't go on vacation this year. All right, it's not going to happen. Number two, he's worked so hard for his exams. He'll pass them all, no problem. Number three, she's a talented young pianist. She might be famous one day. Right? Again, might, possibility. There's a possibility. Number four, look at the line outside the stadium. We probably won't get tickets. Right? So don't get your hopes up. It's likely it won't happen, probably. Okay, you don't have a very good voice. Oh no, you don't have a very good voice. You definitely won't ever be an opera singer. Definitely won't. Like, don't even think about it. Number six, my sister loves to travel. She'll probably go to Australia one day. Yeah, probably. Good chance that that will happen. And number 7, Joe goes running every day. That's great, Joe. He might be running a marathon soon. Might be. Again, there's a possibility there. So again, you have to use the right one to convey or give the idea of the right likelihood. So you can't just always say it will happen. That is sometimes not enough. Is it probably? Is it might? Is it definitely? Definitely won't. You have to make sure that you're using the correct words to show the prediction. Okay, so let's continue. So here, just to review on the left side, likely to happen. Likely to happen. It's going to happen. We use likely. Might, right? There's a possibility that it might happen. Probably won't happen. Unlikely, and definitely will happen, right? So you can match any of the events with any of these. These work for any situation. So just make sure you're using the correct one. And let's look at where we stress the word. So stress, our list of words here, we have to stress the correct syllable or sound. And if you don't, it can sound strange. So pronunciation is also about the stress, putting it on the right sound or syllable. So the example we have is unsurprisingly, unsurprisingly. So we're going up on that third syllable. English has ups and downs in English, so you have to make sure that you're putting the right stress. So let's look at the first one, fundamentally. So we're going up on the MEN. Fundamentally, fundamentally. Essentially, essentially. Surprisingly, surprisingly. Predictable, predictable. Fortunately, so that's on the first sounder syllable. Fortunately, we go up. Interestingly, interestingly, up on the first. Luckily, luckily, up on the first. Unfortunately, up on the second. Unfortunately. So practice saying them. Fundamentally, essentially, surprisingly, predictable, fortunately, interestingly, luckily, unfortunately. If the stress isn't right, the word sounds a little bit funny, and native speakers might say, "What, huh?" Because it just sounds off, and we have to think about the word that you said. Let's move forward. Okay, so here we have to fill in the gaps using the idioms in the panel. So we have a selection of words down below. Again, go ahead and pause the video, but we have our choices here. The choices are the shape of things to come, long term, which we use in our example, only a matter of time, in the long run, or short term. So again, freeze the video if you'd like. Here's the example. He's broken his arm, but thankfully there's no long-term injury. So again, we're just using idioms to show how likely things are going to happen in short term, short amount of time, or long term for the future. How long will this go on? So long term. So number 1, this is only a solution. We'll have to fix the fence properly soon. So looking at our choices, which one makes the most sense? Short term. So we're going to match short term with number 1, short term solution. Number 2, okay, we'll order pizza tonight, but we need to sort out a meal plan. So again, look at the answers, which one makes the most sense? So this, okay, we'll order pizza tonight, but in the long run, we need to sort out a meal plan. So meaning, okay, pizza tonight, but what about the next night and the next night and the next night? We need a better plan. We need a long-term solution, or in the long run. Number 4, I don't understand this new digital system, but I know it's the shape of things to come. Just that we know this is the way things are going to be. This is the shape of things to come. This is how it will be in the future. We have to get used to technology in this system. You can't really change that. It's the shape of things to come. And the last one, it was only a matter of time before the company hit its target. So eventually, Only a matter of time. So do you see how these expressions are used to show probability, short term, short period of time, long term, long period of time, in the long run, the shape of things to come. So it helps us with making predictions and probability. Let's move forward. Okay, so today we were able to do a few things here. What's nice was we were able to talk about the degrees of likelihood. We looked at some idioms about time and talking about possibilities. So let's do a review of everything that we've really done so far. So if you've missed any of the videos, you're welcome to go back and see what we've covered. So we have looked at phrasal verbs. We looked at the idea of what a phrasal verb is. And we have two examples there for you. We talked about narrative tenses, the past perfect continuous tense, how to make recommendations, how to properly give advice, and today's video on degrees of likelihood. So we've covered a few essential key language points in the English language. So you're welcome to go back and view those videos. Let's see what's coming up for the next video. In the next video, we have vocabulary review, specifically looking at family and relationships. See you in the next video.